Today's adventure begins by looking at I-4 westbound. Very congested. As the recording of this Friday, May 24th, 2024. And I am heading to Disney Springs for what will be the opening night of the first drone show that they've had there in 5, 6, maybe 7 years. Now the show does not begin and the show does not take place until 9 p.m. It's about 5:15 right now. So we have plenty of time to peruse and walk around Disney Springs for the next few hours before the show. I also kind of wonder if the weather is going to play into this because it's a little overcast. Also, Team Orange this evening. This is the closest parking garage. Well, it's the direction I head in when I'm leaving Celebration, so I park in the orange garage more than any other garage. Team Orange today. I'm going to the top. A little cloudy, a little overcast, which is nice because it's very sunny out today, but those clouds are blocking it a little bit. Also, the aerofoil balloon is up in the air. Maybe I could ride the balloon. It's been a while. Now, from what I'm hearing, at 8 o'clock, the balloon usually runs a little later. The balloon is not going to be running past 8 because they have to prepare an hour later to do the drone show. Fun fact, so they have to, because the drones are going to be right there, which means probably get a pretty good view up here. So I'm not sure if I'm going to watch them down by the lakefront or if I'm going to watch it from up here. It's not only like a couple hundred yards and you get a bird's eye from here. So maybe I'll choose to watch it from up here. Welcome everyone. Adam the Woo here. I believe it was 2017, 18. Don't quote me on that. When the last drone show happened here at Springs. But technology has advanced a lot since then and it's a totally different show. More info on that later. Let me get down into Disney Springs. I'm inviting you to join me. As the balloon, I think the balloon is about to start heading back down. Maybe I'll do the balloon. Also, there is a Starbucks below the balloon that has some reserve flavors, which they don't have at all the Starbucks. So I might get a piping hot caffeinated beverage that you can't get at a lot of other places. And just have a Springs evening. Join me. Good to have you here. Shall you? You know, it really does make sense to try to get a spot right here along this little over railing right here above the AMC Dine-In Theaters there to look at the drone. So that right there is the old, well, that is still is Planet Hollywood, even though they did a little refurb on it years ago. But the drone show is going to be right there. And it's going to be high enough to see, so I don't know. It might be a little too far back, but I feel like I could probably get a pretty good view if I just come up here a little bit later and stand right here. I probably won't be the only person with that idea, but I might do that. I might. There's a nice little view of the bus barn. Well, the bus pull in, I should say. Bus pull in, or you can take it to all the resorts and park. Here comes a crow flying across. I thought the crow was going to head right towards the camera. I think that's Lime Garage over there, maybe. It's one of the other garages, but this is the one I park at the most. Team Orange. Oh, I just noticed that these are orange too. Probably not a coincidence. Taking the stairs down, and then go through the checkpoints, and then into, I almost said the park, into Springs. It's gonna be a Springs night. Top floor, there is no escalator. You gotta come down to the floor below it, and then grab the escalator. 2 more floors to go through the checkpoints and then go there. Soothing sounds of escalators. All right, I inquired and they do in fact have the reserve exotic, rare, and exquisite coffee. In fact, they have it on the sign right there. Exotic, rare, and exquisite coffees. They're making it.
Everybody loves, once you have a Clover, we'll never go back.
Okay, the Clover is what they're, is it the machine name or the
What the machine is called.
The machine is called the Clover, all right. Exciting there. The rarest, most extraordinary coffees from the Starbucks Reserve. You can get it also, they have a little seating area. You can get it in a regular cup. I'm getting mine to go. I think I'm getting mine to go. I probably should have said I'm getting mine to go. All right, accomplished. I got the Columbia Narino, I believe it is called. I got the large right there, and over on the back it has a little bit of information. Now, at this particular time frame, I don't know if I've ever seen the line this short for the aerofoil. It used to be called Characters in Flight, but I just decided, they said I wasn't allowed to bring the coffee on board, but said I could leave it at the bottom of the base of it.
And I said I'd probably cool it down a little bit. Also, the coffee is really, really good. So I went ahead and got in line, filled out the waiver on this little iPad thing, and now I'm gonna go up in the balloon. The cast member at the booth itself, when I was about to purchase the ticket, he goes, man, this line gets a lot longer really quick. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. And they have this whole area blocked off here. And I think they're gonna like load people in from down that way to Cirque du Soleil behind House of Blues point and then line up against you. All right, heading in. Heading onto the balloon. It'd be nice if they just let me on with the coffee, but it would be nice to sip a piping hot caffeinated beverage right on top of this thing. See what happens.
Hello, sir.
How you doing?
Good. Can I see that receipt of yours?
Yeah. All right. They did not say anything.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Watch your step.
All right. Thanks so much. Onto the Aerophile balloon. Oh, yes. With a reserve hot coffee. I haven't done this in a couple of years right there. Again, it used to be called Characters in Flight.
Hey guys, welcome aboard.
Our pilot's name is Crash. He goes, hi, my name is Crash, and I am the pilot. He's over there steering this thing.
Don't worry, I haven't lost anybody this week.
This week? Yeah, with this thing, you just never know. If it starts to get windy, they shut it down. If it rains, they shut it down.
You're gonna feel
And
it
again,
here.
they're line. Ooh, what's bumpy?
Hey guys, we're gonna go up a little bit quicker here. You're gonna feel one more little bump. Now you can let go. Or you can stay where you're at and be a member of the White Knuckle Club.
I'm the No Knuckle Club. Look at this. I'm just like, got my camera in one hand, coffee in the other one. There's the compass down there. That's westward, that's southward. That's where I parked my car up there on the top of the roof. Nice. I would love to, would do this every time if it was just this simple, if the line was that short. Check it out down there, look. There's the amp cars. Going up, the amphicars going up the lift. Now I had heard they shut the amphicars down about a couple weeks ago when there was a slight drought here in Florida. It didn't rain for like a few weeks, and this lake got so low they didn't have the amphicars out. That's what I heard anyway. And right down there is going to be the viewing area for the show. Was that fireworks show? It was going to be a drone show. It's going to be taking place right on the lake, right there on the back side of the Starbucks. Well, the front side of the water, or the back side of the water, depending which way you're looking at it. The back side of that Starbucks. So that's the Starbucks there, right there. And that right there is where I purchased the tickets. I think it was like $27, or give or take. They did give you a 20%.
Everything having to do with Walt Disney World and Walt Disney World property of 30,000 acres is all to the west of us. If you are directionally challenged, there's a compass right down the middle.
There's House of Blues. Okay, I just looked at my receipt. Total with the discount, $25.55 for APs. Right over there is Spaceship Earth. Check it out. Spaceship, kind of hard to get it with the sun there, but there's Spaceship Earth. There's the Living Seas.
Now you're going to tell me bad angle if you don't.
Swan and Dolphin over there. If you look way over there, you can see the Contemporary, Space Mountain, Magic Kingdom off in the distance. Pretty nice. It is warm right now. The sun is out, but soon, sunset, obviously the show is not going to happen until nightfall. It's going to rear its head. So you're going to get, this is a good time to be here because the heat of the day is pretty much over. And a lot of it is because of the cloud formation too, blocking the sun, so that has a lot to do with that as well. It's still hot, but not as hot as it was a couple hours ago. Whatever you do, don't look down. Oh, there's the Lego sea monster over there, right there in the middle of the screen. It's also interesting, he was saying for the next few months while they're doing the show, 8 o'clock is going to be the last time the Aerophile flies. Ooh, we're going down. There was a beeping, and then the pilot, his name is Crash, made an announcement that it was going to go down. It's swaying a little bit. I've been on this before where it was way more sway-y. Can handle this. is. Not too windy tonight. It'd also be interesting to see what it's like if the drone show can be seen really well from over there at that resort. Or if it's made and geared kind of to look at it from the spring side. I would hope that they would do it where you could see it from all different angles, but what they're saying from what I was reading online, the best spot would be right in front of that Starbucks. Starbucks is going to be busy tonight.
To a stop and then go down the rest of the way slow. We are on wheels, we may roll a little bit, so please head on to the handrail until we come to a complete stop.
It's going to be a little bump when we get to the bottom. Got my sea legs. Oh, my balloon legs. It's on wheels. It's going to be a little bit of a bump. Cheers.
There you guys, you're going to feel a bump here.
Here comes the bump.
I hope everybody enjoyed your flight.
I did.
I'd like to get everybody to come around to my right.
That was freaking cool.
Go towards the left.
That's got a race cap on. Nicely done. Yeah, you definitely have to have your bearings on this thing. You got to have your sea legs.
Have a wonderful day. Hope you enjoyed it, guys.
Have a good one.
Nice hat. Go Reds.
Oh, Adam, hey, what's up?
It is going to be extremely busy. The fact that they are routing everyone over here to line up. It's only 6:05 right now. The show is not until 9. Dreams That Soar viewing area starts right over here. You already see 3 hours before there's a big crowd lined up. Now it will be interesting though if it rains. Those clouds are starting to look a little dark. This gator is just kind of the lunging gator. It's almost like working on its planking skills. I've heard of planking is pretty good. If you do like a planking thing like that, that's almost like it's almost like a push-up of sorts. If you kind of see the hind legs and the front legs here, do like a push-up thing, and you can tell it's definitely working some muscles, burning some calories, and formulating the muscle groups of both of the arms, because when the gator like lunges forward on that like push-up, you can see he's like kind of groaning and moaning a little bit. He's getting that pump. That's right. Just getting that pump there. Come on. Just get that pump, gator. Come on, do it. All right, now that I'm saying that, it's getting camera shy. He doesn't want to get that pump. Come on, gator, get that pump. No? All right. Taking a little break. I think the reps between like doing a push-up are supposed to be a little quicker than that, but you would know more than I do because you're doing it night and day. Okay, now here you go. That's right. Come on. Come on, do it. Come on, get it. Let's go. Come on. I walked away and then I realized this thing's about to erupt here. Got a little erupting volcano. Is that it? Oh, there we go. Ooh, I can feel the heat permeating off of that. All right, it's now 7:34 and I'm back over here at the House of Blues water tower. And it doesn't look like they've let people in yet. The line stretches over near where the surface parking is, right over there. Dreams That Soar viewing area. Yeah. So it starts in an hour and a half. All right, it is now 7:45, 15 minutes before the official 8 p.m. early close of the Aerophile former characters in flight balloon, and it says closed due to high winds. So I'm glad I wrote it a little bit early, went on a little bit earlier, but now I'm kind of curious if this is going to affect the drone show as well, because now the balloon is stanchioned into the ground due to high winds. There's a lot of people lining up over here. They are getting some other stanchions ready right over here, and there are people lining up maybe to try to go in from this angle also, which is interesting because as the sun sets over there, that massive line that I showed, so House of Blues is right here, and that line is over there. But it'd be interesting if everyone's lined up over there. You know, there's probably like 1,000 people in that line. If they open that at the same time they just open this random line, and everyone just kind of like goes in there, that would be kind of crappy for everyone that went over there and waited in that long line. I don't know what this line's for. And I also had to go back inside the Starbucks. Didn't get another coffee, but I got myself a Dasani water to get a little hydration here underneath the balloon. Gotta stay hydrated. Gotta get caffeinated first and then get hydrated. The sun's going down. It's nice out. It's not too hot right now, but you gotta definitely gotta stay hydrated. A word of warning from the 2017 show that I watched right here with my family. My mom was in town. My mom and dad were here. My sister was in town. these trees right here have a lot of birds, or at least at that time during that a few years ago when they did the show, there's a lot of birds in these trees. So if you sit right here, you were under advisement that you might get a little bird dung in your hair. So you walk over here underneath where the Starbucks seating area is. That's where I ordered the coffee earlier. You got the glare over there. This is the area where the birds. Oh, there's a rope here. Okay, so they're going to let everyone in from this side, but there's a rope halfway down. All right, they have let that first line in. It looks like it cuts off over by where the food trucks are. You can see everyone has kind of lined up over there. So there are two sections, so I'm sure this will be the busiest night of all of them. After this, it'll probably be pretty simple to get in the line, but yeah, if it is busy another night, just come over to the balloon side. Pretty much anywhere along the lagoon is a good watching point. But that's the line right over there. That's the line that was like lined up by Cirque du Soleil, by the surface parking near House of Blues. Now this grouping of people just waiting for them to do the rope drop, and everyone's going to flood in. All right, 8 o'clock. They are now opening up this side. Everyone's going to be walking in and heading down that way. All right, so future reference there. The line is up behind House of Blues, but also you can line up over by the balloon. So just in pretty much anywhere is going to be a good spot because the drones are going to be right out there. All right, this is the conglomeration of people. It's still an hour before the show starts, but it's already kind of filling up. Look how fast that pontoon is going by. This one's not going as fast as the other one, but that evidently has something to do with the show. The pontoon going across the water. All right, the drone show. I gotta say, they have advanced quite a bit since 2017, the technology of drones in general and how they are versus what they were in 2017. It was really, really good. They had it through a little bit of everything into there. A little mixture of some Star Wars, some Marvel, quite an array of different characters, and it's just neat how they're not just like stationary. They make them where the drones are moving, and then they kind of turn, they shift around. Just very, very interesting, the technology of the drones. I can imagine like drones of that caliber with fireworks. The best drones shows years ago was Universal Studios Hollywood when they did the Dark Arts. And it was the first time I ever saw like drones create a character and move. And they're kind of like using this here as well now. So now it's kind of become the norm. Just like I saw the Tampa Bay Rays did a drone show when they did their new merchandise release. And that drone show was amazing. That was at the St. Pete Pier. And this was kind of on caliber with that. Obviously a lot more people were here to watch the Disney Springs drone show than there were at the Tampa Bay Rays, but I would say they're both pretty equivalent technology and caliber-wise. Really glad I didn't watch it from the top of the parking garage too. Probably would have been good up there, but definitely better from the water side. Also, the lights did not turn off. They said they were going to dim the lights. They only dimmed the lights behind House of Blues. They did not dim the lights by the balloon. But it was still awesome. You can still see it. A successful night at the drone show. Wow, there's a lot of people trying to get into the next show. Yeah, there's just a few people in here to get into the next show. This is for the 10:30 viewing. Everyone is queued up over there. This is a little bit of a bottleneck. Tim is here also. Oh. I don't know what's going on over there, but someone is crowd surfing. Go that way. Going that way? All right, they're yelling something else. They want some people to go that way and some people to go that way. And because there are so many people out here, they are telling people some people can go through the AMC theater, or you can try to chance it and go that way. All right, they're saying do not go that way. They're saying alert, do not go that way. They're saying go back the other way. All right, so yeah, you cannot go that way. They're saying do not go that way because it's completely filled up. I didn't know so many people were interested in drone shows, Tim. It's something.
Did you like how they were just like playing Hotel California while everybody's like,
I know.
what's happening?
They're like, yeah.
And this
no,
guy's like,
it's moving now. All right, maybe I will be watching the 10:30 drone show from the roof. This is traffic pulling in here. This isn't even leaving. That's pulling into the parking structure. Also, take a look off in the distance. There's the moon over there. Yeah, it's very busy. Add in the fact that it is a Friday night, weekend, holiday weekend approaching, and the show, the drone show. The cars aren't moving. That's the moon right next to that street light. Yeah, so it's either wait in line in cars in the parking structure for a half hour to 40 minutes, or just watch the show again from up here. Yeah, this is definitely a mess. I'm just gonna walk around the top of the parking structure around the top until the next show starts. It's gonna be a late night. Should have gone with my first instinct and just watched it from the top of the parking structure. Yeah, getting off the level. So I'd imagine each one of the levels is just like this. See how long before anybody moves. Again, once you get off the level, start heading down, it's a little quicker.
wow, what is that, man?
No one's moving. Just solid brake lights. That's horrible.
Sounds like now would be an excellent time to watch Fall Guy.
That's true. Is there a late night Fall Guy showing? All right, it's going. Getting a pretty good view from up here on the top as well. Getting not a bad view. Starting to, there it is. There's the Peter Pan clock tower from up here. Yep, and there's Peter Pan. Nice, and there's a bat flying over through the middle of it, or a bird. I also think this is probably a pretty good opportunity to probably get in my car, because now it's starting to clear up a little bit. And when this ends at 10:30, this is going to be a secondary version of everyone trying to do the mass exodus. Yeah, I think it actually might look better up here than it did on the ground level. I honestly think it looks better from up on the top of the parking garage than it did from ground level. Just my own opinion, though. Step on my tiptoes. Shot right there. Bars in the line for a selfie. Oh, there's the Death Star right there. All right, it's now time for me to get out of here, because I know once the show ends, it's going to be mass exodus number 2. Getting out of here. That's pretty cool looking. That is so cool. Baybacks. Yeah, I know you wanted to watch a little bit of the show too, Big the Foot. That's the Guardians dance scene happening right over there. I just got to be patient to get out. Good thing is I'm already off of the top level, so just got to descend down. So I'm hoping I'll be out of the structure in about 10-15 minutes. I think if I waited for the second show to end, it would have been like that mess from the first one. And it's still kind of like a mess, but a unique perspective of the show. There it is. Dreams that soar. Into the second show. Now the second mass exodus begins, but I've already got a head start. Again, I probably should have watched the first show from the structure, not gone down to the water. Live and learn.